Yes, I'm aware that it is a Saturday, but as I'm recording this, it is late Friday night, and I'm tired, but I'm pushing through. So I just got back from a new horror movie called Whistle, and it is about an Aztec death whistle. If you don't know what that is, it's basically it's a whistle, but when you blow into it, it makes this horrifying screaming sound. If you ever heard one in real life, you know what it sounds like. And they made a horror movie based off of it. So I want to give my honest thoughts on it. Well, actually, first before I say this, I'm actually not going to do spoilers in this one because this film is actually really, really good. It's great. It is great. It is a great film. Obviously, it's not a perfect film, but it's great. It's really, really good, actually. And I'm not going to give spoilers. I say this. I recommend you guys see it in theaters. And I'm going to say this even though it's only February. This has a really, really good chance of getting into my top 10 movies of this year. And I know it's only February, but still, it's up there. It's good. It's really, really good, in my opinion. So, again, no, I'm going to do my best to avoid spoilers. But, the film is called Whistle, and it's about a cursed Aztec death whistle. When you blow it, you die. But here's the thing. There is a big twist on that whole, death concept. You might just think, oh, you just... And then, some spooky spirit comes and just, kills you. That's not what happens. So the way this thing works is that when it is blown, you do die. The spirit does come for you, but it is your death that comes for you. When I say that, I don't mean just death in general. I mean the way you're supposed to die in the future. Well, because the whistle has the words summon your death on it. Meaning when you blow it, the way you die in the future, the way you die in the future comes to kill you in your present. It's confusing, I know, but here's what I'm saying. So say you are only, I don't know, 17 years old. And here's the thing. The fun big twist on this one. You don't even have to be the one to blow the whistle, because I honestly thought that the main characters were just going to take turns going with the whistle. That didn't happen. You just have to be in the general vicinity you just have to hear the whistle and you're cursed. You don't even have to be the one to blow it. So I thought that was a really cool concept. And so imagine either you blow the whistle or you hear the whistle. You are cursed. So say you're only 17, but say you end up dying in the future at 54 years old, and you say in the way you die in the future, you are, I don't know, out hunting and a grizzly bear attacks you and, it claws at you and it really messes you up. It, tears limbs off, it rips off. I'm trying not to get too gruesome, but that's the best way I can do it. It messes you up really bad and your dead body looks really gruesome. So that 54-year-old version of yourself, when you either hear the whistle or you blow it, it comes your body from when you die in the future comes to get you now in the past, in the present. So you are 17, and when you heard or blew the whistle, that 54-year-old version who just got mauled by a grizzly bear comes to get you. And then when it touches you, you don't just no, that doesn't happen. It's a really cool concept. What happens is the way you died in the future affects you in that present. So 17-year-old you, when the death, eventually just barely taps you, well, it just has to get to you. It just touch you. And then that 17-year-old version of yourself gets all the pain and the injuries of that grizzly bear that attacked you at 54 years old in the future. So say the grizzly bear tore off your nose, that version of you, that spooky spirit of yourself just touches you, and all of a sudden you're feeling all that pain in real time when your nose is being just torn off randomly. That is how this works. And it is a very cool concept that I did not see coming. I really enjoyed it. It was a great twist on a typical cheesy slasher. It is a cheesy slasher, but it's a really good cheesy slasher. It's not even a slasher. It's a spirit haunting. So my bad. Again, I'm not going to get into spoilers, but because I want you to go see this film in person. But there were some really, really good shots in this movie, and I was able to follow along pretty well. I was entertained throughout the whole film. And there was some really good character work in some of the characters. Not so much others, because obviously you have a good amount of characters. You can't flesh all of them out. But there were some characters I really liked, especially one main character. the I guess cousin of one of the characters, not really a spoiler, but the cousin, he had some decently good character work that I thought worked really well because, you have this curse and it's affecting all of you. But I want to give a big like mention to one of the characters who I'm not gonna really get into spoilers, but he I don't really know what to never well, obviously people die, characters die, and there was one kill in this movie. All of them are, in my opinion, really good, except for one villain. Something can be just a little lame, but ignore that. But there is one kill in this movie that is really like just gruesome and good. I don't know if it was practical effects or it was probably a combination of both CGI and practical, but it looks really good. And for a film that I thought was just gonna be cheesy, I sat there like that and saying, "Oh my god," under my breath, because I didn't expect that for this film. It was so gory, like I did not expect it. It was just very good, gruesome, gory. There was I'm not to get too more, but there was blood all over the place, and I was like, "Holy crap, they did that in this film." So yeah, this film has some really good kills, and like shout out and the actors. The actors all did a great job, especially Daphne Keane. If you have seen Marvel or anything X-Men, you know her as Laura or X-23 from the Logan movie as well as Deadpool and Wolverine. And she's in this film, Daphne Keane, and she fucking shines. She does a great job with her character. I think it's amazing. All the actors did amazing, and there was one actor who in here, he's I guess he's kind of like a side antagonist. I'm not gonna spoil it what his role is, but his actor does an amazing job of making him seem like a very just, I guess, a really good side antagonist, especially near the finale. I'm not gonna spoil it, but like the actor like really does a good job in the finale, making this side villain a very good side villain. I'm using the word villain, a very good side villain. He makes him believable. He makes him just good in general. So, yeah. But this film, even though it is a little cheesy at times, it is still very good in my opinion. I definitely recommend you go see it in theaters because this is one that is going to shock you with its not like necessarily big plot twist, but it's just it's kills, it's kind of semi twists and turns. It's just gonna shock you. So I liked it. My theater, it was only like half full, but there were a few people going like when stuff happened on screen. So that proves it got to the audience. So again, that's my review on the film Whistle. I would absolutely recommend it. And again, it has a very strong fighting chance of getting into my top 10 films of 2026, even though it's only February. I have a lot more to see, but it has a very good chance. So, yeah, that's Whistle. See ya.